Hi there, my name is Matt Cole.
And I'm Brian Garrity.
And we are the producers of the Sexperts podcast. Before we begin the show, we just have a few acknowledgments and announcements. First off, huge thanks to our guest in this episode, Ed Carden of The Pushers.
And Ed Carden of the hit show Improvageddon at the Push Comedy Theater, which is actually coming up this Saturday, April 29th at 10 p.m. Get your tickets online at thepushcomedytheater.com, only $5.
And the night before that, I'm in two shows at the Push Comedy Theater. The first on the 28th at 8 p.m. is the short form improv show with the group Apocalypse Wow. At 10 p.m., I'm also in the Herald Night, which is long form improv, and you can see my group Mrs. Pickleburn along with another group for only $5.
And speaking of the Push Comedy Theater, we'd like to give a special thanks to the Pushers. We are students of theirs. If you're interested in learning improv, sketch, or stand-up comedy, please check out pushcomedytheater.com and sign up for a class. And don't forget to find us on social media. We are at The Real Sexperts on Twitter, at The Real Sexperts on Instagram, and the Sexperts Podcast on Facebook. And you can email us questions at therealsexperts@gmail.com, and maybe your questions will get on the air.
Without further ado, everything you are about to hear is made up on the spot. Get ready for the newest episode of The Sexperts. And intro music, and hi there. Welcome to the Sexperts podcast. My name is Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I am Delilah Haydare. You might recognize me. I'm one of the skippers on the Elizabeth River Ferry in downtown Norfolk. I
love riding that ferry. And we are coming to you live from Why Not Pizzeria on Collie. And every week we are coming to you with a new topic of the day to talk about, just modern sexuality, romance, anything on your mind.
The controversial stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't usually get out in the open, which, speaking of out in the open, our topic for the day is orgasms in the open. So we're going to be talking all about, and we'll get to our guest in just a little bit, but we're talking all about having an orgasm in public, which is usually something that people don't like to do, but...
I've had like 15 people come up to me and say, when are you going to cover outdoor orgasms? Yeah. And I said, listen, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, our guest, oh God, this guy... I don't know why we didn't have him on sooner. He's perfect for this.
It makes me question whether we should even be in the podcast business.
I know.
We're just now having him on.
I'm questioning my abilities as well. But speaking of which, he's walking up now with a whole pie in his hands. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Hi there.
Hey there, guys. My name is Ralph Macho, and I'm an international plumber or plumbing contractor. Mm-hmm. And I'm really happy to be on the show. Why Not is actually one of my favorite spots here in the Norfolk area. Mm-hmm. And when you guys said, hey, want to record it, why not? I'm like, I'll order the pie.
That was the first thing he said.
I'll order the pie. God, you have such a way with words.
It's like a way to get through life. That's like an attitude that'll get you through life.
Some of our listeners don't know exactly what an international plumber is, so why don't you kind of run us
through? Well, it's an interesting story. I started out as just a regular local plumber.
Yeah.
But, I got a cousin who he works for the U.S. State Department, and Buckingham Palace was having some issues with their septic tank.
Oh no!
And he was like, "Hey, Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth, I know a guy. I got a cousin does great work," and so they flew me out to Buckingham Palace, and I got all up in there. I snaked the system really well. And they were very impressed, and they recommended me to a lot of other royalty. The royal family of Luxembourg, Monaco.
Oh my God!
Greece, Sweden. I've been to a bunch of places, and
what was going on in Sweden? What happened there?
Well, what happened was King Olaf. His daughter was having a problem with, shall we say, feminine napkins.
Oh, yeah.
And, they got a really old system in their palace. And it's funny, I actually had to get inside the septic tank on that one.
Whoa.
I had to put on what I like to call my poop suit.
What'd you find in there? What'd you find in the system?
Well, I found a lot of dead rats. There was a 16th century Viking axe.
Do you get to keep the stuff that you find in the systems, or
no? I mean, normally I have
case
to,
by case.
I have to give it back.
Oh.
It's their property. Sometimes they give me sort of heirlooms as payment.
What's the best heirloom that you've been
Well, I
given?
noticed you were wearing a crown.
Yeah.
That was actually, well, there's a funny story on that. I actually stole that.
Well, just so you know, like before you tell the story, this is an international podcast.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Be careful.
I acquired it. Let's not say steal. I acquired it when
Yeah.
I was when I was fixing the pipes in Malaysia.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's a relief. I thought he'd only named white countries so far.
No, but I did some work for the Paramount of Malaysia. That's what they call their ruler, the
God.
Paramount.
Did you know, you sound like a well-traveled man. Did you know all this stuff before you started international plumbing?
No.
Yeah.
No, I learned a lot of this stuff on the job, and when I fly out to these places, try to hit Wikipedia,
Yeah.
Get the photos, travel guides.
We need to get you a television show. I mean,
Oh, God.
Anthony Bourdain shows us like culture through food. You could show us like one step after the food.
Listen to this pitch. It's like, who's that? Micro Dirty Jobs meets Anthony Bourdain.
Oh my God!
Holy shit. Oh, he's going to be called holy shit.
I don't know about that. I get a little nervous when the cameras come on.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
after like 3 or 4 years of us following you around with cameras, you'll forget where you're even there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be like nothing.
I'll have to think about
We'll
it.
wear poop suits as well. That way you feel comfortable.
Yeah. And speaking of feeling comfortable, we actually haven't gotten to our topic of the day, which is actually orgasms in the open, or
yeah, we need to get to
outdoor orgasms, as you like to call them.
Speaking of outdoor
yeah.
orgasms
Yeah.
and international plumbing,
Yeah.
are all the countries you visit, have they all moved into the indoor plumbing?
Oh
world?
no,
No.
I've had to do some pretty hairy outhouse jobs. You get into that outhouse pit, and there's more in there than just turds.
There's like 8 centuries worth of more.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you find like catacombs. I never found it, but supposedly I was out in the Kashmir region of India and China, and supposedly there was a passageway to like a lost city.
Oh my God.
But I didn't have time to investigate. I had
you
to
gotta fix the problem. And
Yeah, I had to fix the problem and had to fly out the next day.
God, this is giving me so many pitches. Like, Indiana Jones meets Mike Rowe. It's the
meets Anthony Bourdain.
meets Anthony
meets
Bourdain.
Oprah.
Yeah, it's like National Treasure or something.
It was funny because that job, the way they paid me was the government of India. They gave me a card where I can take it to any Indian restaurant in any part of the world, and if the owners have dual citizenship, they have to give me a free meal.
That is amazing.
Oh my God! Well, speaking of Indian restaurants, one of our sponsors today is Rajput Indian Cuisine. Rajput Indian Cuisine. What goes in must come out. Is their tagline?
They actually tried to give me some shit
Oh, come on!
when I tried to flash on their car. They're like, "Who are you?" They're like, "Who are you?
Oh,
Who are you, fucking guy?"
Rajput.
And it was funny. The next day, I
Stupid
hear
Rajput.
that some Indian government agents had to go in there and rough them up.
Oh my God, I did see Raj beat up the other day when I went in there.
You call him Raj?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I used to work there.
I came in the next day, and let me tell you, they had that goat curry lickety split. Very apologetic, very obsequious in their tone.
Well, speaking of lickety split, let us not forget to get back to our topic.
Yes. Orgasms in the open. It could even be in the open water, like that movie. Was it called Open Water?
Yeah, I
have you
remember
seen that
that.
one?
There
Yeah.
was, I think they even had a sequel, which is like,
How do you do a sequel to that?
it's like this boat company stranded 2 other people.
It's called Not Again. Oh no, not again.
I'd honestly like to see it from like their company manager's perspective, being like, there's another lawsuit on our hands.
Do you ever travel by water to these other countries?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I have to. I mean, a lot of times, especially when I'm dealing with some of these more remote
Yeah.
areas, like I actually had to do a job on Pecan Island, which is out there in the Pacific. It's sort of off the coast
Oh yeah,
of
yeah,
Australia.
Yeah.
And I
I
actually
adopted a boxer from Pecan Island
yeah.
once.
really Really, that's the. And
I should say rescued. I rescued a boxer.
I had to basically install indoor plumbing in the whole country.
Oh my God!
Wow. Well, listen. If you ever need to travel to Portsmouth by water, please flash your badge. And all my fellow mates, they all listen to this podcast.
Oh right, you're doing the ferry now.
Yeah.
How's that going? How's that going for you?
Oh, it's great. It's great time singing and dancing for 7 minutes as we cross the Elizabeth River.
Wait, you do like a show? It's like a carnival
They
cruise?
didn't used to, but since I've been there, I've showed it up. Yeah.
What do you sing? What do you dance?
We basically take requests from the audience. A lot of Billy Joel, a lot of Sheila E.
What?
A lot of I do some originals. So, anyways, the fellows, you guys listening, I hope you're having a great day on the water. It kills me not to be there with you guys, but listen, if you see an international plumber flash his badge, he's with me, and escort him safely to Portsmouth.
And the one thing I'll say is that don't be shy about that. I'm not one of these people that if I'm hanging out and you're like, hey, I've got this thing with my toilet. I'm not one of these people that's like, come on, man, I'm not working. Like, I will give you a free estimate anytime. I'll give it a look. If I don't have my tools, there's not so much I can do, especially if I have to get in the septic system, like my poop suit. It has to be
with you most times, or not always.
It has to be specially cleaned.
That's true.
It has a special carrying case.
Is that the case right there that you have? That's
Yes.
your poop suit. You carry it with you wherever you go.
Yes, I brought it with me today because the folks at Why Not, I might have to be getting down in there.
Ooh, that doesn't make me want to eat their pizza. But would you mind opening up and let us see the poop suit? Because that would be.
If it's not too much to ask.
Yeah.
All right, now turn around so I can enter in my unlock code.
Okay.
Just let us know when we can turn back.
Audience, this is a podcast. There's no video, so you can't see
All right,
it.
here we go.
Oh my God!
Yeah, as you can see, it's very high tech.
It looks like the movie Iron Man.
It's pristine. Like, how do you get it that clean?
Well, I use a lot of acids. It's made of a special polymer material to where I actually soak it in hydrochloric and sulfuric acid to clean it off.
Because thinking of the centuries of feces that must have enveloped that.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
Like
you would not believe it.
Probably been in the poop of some really famous figures throughout history.
Oh my God!
Yeah, especially the sewers of Italy.
Well, speaking of the sewers of Italy, let's not forget our podcast, Orgasms in the Open.
Orgasms in the Open. Obviously you're going to have an orgasm within an enclosed space, like your bedroom or a bathroom of.
But after so many of those, you kind of want to mix it up.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of bathrooms, you mentioned a lot of sewer repair and stuff like that. Do you just do ever just something like showers or just like water in general? Or
it's I deal more with
a bird bath.
I personally deal more with toilets.
Yeah.
And sort of poop and urine. Waste removal systems. But I do a little bit of baths and showers here and there. I installed a shower, the first shower in the Sultan of Morocco's tent.
He must have been so appreciative.
He had been taking baths before.
Yeah.
And it takes so long to fill the basin, especially he's a very large man. So I installed a shower, a mobile unit.
Wow.
And they were very appreciative. It's like I have a similar card for Moroccan restaurants that I can use. Although they're harder to come by, especially in the Hampton Roads area.
I would like to see your wallet, sir.
Have you ever had the opportunity to? I'm a student of history.
Yeah.
And I've studied the.
Are you?
I studied the Aztecs quite a bit, and I know they had a system of pulleys and levers that would carry the poop out of the city,
like a conveyor belt or something.
Out of the city and dump it into their enemies' front lawns. Have you ever had to work on one of those?
Well, actually, now that you bring it up, it was about 5 years ago. I was working with the government of Mexico's historical recreation department.
And
wow. I actually met with historians and anthropological engineers, and we recreated that system. It had deteriorated because they didn't have knowledge of metalworking.
Oh my God!
We did it all out of wood and obsidian which is black glass. It's what what they use
Knew
for their
that.
cutting tools.
This is crazy. So not only do you do functional repairs, you're actually kind of a consultant for. Have you ever worked on like any Hollywood projects or?
No, no. It's they don't pay enough.
Any foreign films?
Well, a little Bollywood.
Actually, this is I have your Wikipedia page up on the my tablet here. You were actually in a couple Bollywood films, and you're singing and dancing in them.
Here's the thing: they didn't tell me I was in the movie at the time. It's like
you were just having a great day on the job site.
Well, no, it's like they actually tricked me into being in these movies. I was
God.
doing a job, and during the job they're like, "Hey, why don't you try these songs?" And it's like I kind of just learned them like phonetically in Hindi. I don't speak Hindi.
Well, most international plumbers that I've met learning the hard way. You never work in front of a green screen.
And that's the thing, normally I have a screen up to catch any like sudden spurts of waste, which I thought was what it was, but it actually turned out it was a green screen. They had inserted me into a chroma key without my permission, and I was very upset about that. But they gave me. They compensated me, and I decided to let it go.
Well, the thing that bothered me, I remember reading about this, was the response to the Indian public.
Yeah.
They called you racist. Your portrayal was racist.
And you read this
How can you be racist if you don't even know you're portraying something?
Well, they considered it, brownwashing.
Which is a term I didn't want to use.
Of course, we want to tell you we read all this in your autobiography, which has been a great read. And check it out for some of our podcast listeners out there. It's called "Sudden Spurts of Waste" by
Around the World.
Around the World.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough thing. I was talking to Scarlett about it the other day, and
Scarlett?
Johansson.
Oh my God! You just dropped her name like it was nothing.
Well,
Do you think you could get her on the
dated.
podcast?
You dated a plumber
very,
dating
very,
Scarlett.
very briefly. Very
Yes.
briefly. She was doing a press junket in Thailand.
Okay.
And I was there to, do a full repair on the Thai sports arena where they have the Muay Thai fights.
Ugh, that sounds gross.
A lot of blood, a lot of feces.
A lot of bloody feces.
And so we met afterwards because she's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I grew up in Secaucus.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet any of the local plumbers? Like, is there any truth to the? I heard that plumbing crack in America is usually associated with the back, the ass.
Yeah.
But I've heard that most plumbers in Thailand, their front comes out of the front of their.
A front crack?
Yeah, a little bit.
What
of,
the fuck?
Yeah, it's
a little bit of Thai
different.
bush.
It's the kind of overalls that they wear. To be honest, I usually have a hard time with local plumbers in these countries because they see me as an outsider or a barbarian
It's
influence.
a shame because you guys have so much in common. If you could just get past a little bit of a hurdle there.
I mean, I've had to battle some to the death.
Oh,
well,
geez.
speaking of outsiders, I want to get back to our topic of the day, outside. So, orgasms in the open, which we're going to be talking about in just a little bit because some people feel shame, or guilt associated with having an orgasm in a public.
Speaking of shame, I got one more question for our
yeah,
guest. Are your parents proud of you?
God,
To be honest, my parents, they're no longer with us.
See.
Did they get to see your fame and glory, or were they?
Well, actually, I was actually flying them out to meet actually Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip.
Oh, that must have been fun for them.
It was the second or third time that I snaked the toilets at Buckingham.
I hear Queen Elizabeth stopping him up on the.
She will not. She will not stop with the napkins.
I'm like, dear lady, a mercy flesh, if you please.
And there's this system in Buckingham. It is very old, and they refuse to let me replace the pipes because all their pipes are made of solid gold.
Well,
so it's very difficult to work on.
And the size of the meals nowadays, as compared to when those pipes were made, it's just like.
So your parents? What happened to your parents? I'm on the edge of my seat.
They were on their way to meet me, and their flight had a layover in Northern Ireland. And,
I thought like their plane crash or something.
Well, there was an IRA attack, and
God, oh Jesus,
yeah. Let's not get into it.
Oh,
the irony of it all,
is
they died by pipe bomb.
Oh my God. You're making him cry. I'm sorry.
It all comes back.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's like the tool that I used. It was the tool of their demise, and I feel so guilty.
Well, listen, if your folks were here right now,
Yeah.
they'd probably be thinking what we're thinking,
I'm
proud of you on behalf of the podcast,
I'm
your
proud of-
family,
yeah.
our country.
Oh my God. You're a
Okay,
national
well,
treasure.
I need to reset.
Yeah, please. If it helps, you can put on your poop suit. You know, it's probably a little cocoon of
Speaking
love.
of needing to reset,
Yeah.
Let's
Okay, I'm
let's
fine.
not forget to get to our topic this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll help take my mind off my troubles.
Absolutely. So our topic for the day is orgasms in the open, but actually,
Damn it.
yeah. Why Not is actually closing soon, so we gotta
Oh,
vacate.
man.
Yeah, you probably got to get to work on the systems anyway.
Yeah,
so-
it's closing time is
Yeah.
is my work time.
Can you wait until after I take this shit?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. You have been a delight and a font of knowledge. So thank you so much. And check out the book Sudden Spurts of Waste in bookstores now. And as always, I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, and while I can't get all of you on the ferry for free, if you go to the Elizabeth River Ferry and tell them I listen to the Sexperts, it's half price.
See you sex time.
See you laters.